Magazine Monday, Magazine Monday, Magazine Monday. What are you reading today? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is still August, and we are keeping our mental health awareness for us gentlemen alive and aware. But this is a railroad model craftsman from August of 1983. Let's take a look at what we got. Athearn. Do you want passenger cars that are not prototypically correct? Athearn. Do you want prototypical cars that are of the passenger ilk, but they're not actually prototypical, but we can get by because nobody cares? Athearn. Passenger cars that existed, but did they? Athearn. That's right. Kidding, but not. Anyways, Tech 2. Tech 2. Tech 2. And you up on the roof. Table of contents says we're going to look at something. Let's keep going. Ooh, I saw a Conrail engine. Nope, it was CP rail. My bad. I really got to do something about the glare, but I also got to do something about the shadows. And living in someone else's dream. Ashley Simpson? Nobody? Maybe? No? Well, I'll tell you what. At America's Hobby Center, Incorporated, you can incorporate your own locomotive for just the low price of less than $50. You can have 2. You can have 3. You can have more than me because I'm just a voiceover artist. So come to America's Hobby Center, Inc., and buy your next HO scale engine without any qualms. Look at those steam engines. AHM Cab Ford for $150. That was a dime piece back then. Let's go. All right, still moving forward. Still moving forward. Here we go. Surgical Precision. Ooh, I love these. Is this a cartoon? Cartoons, railroad cartoons. We have the Flux, we have the Soldier. American Beauty Pro Resistance Soldering Tweezers. Please. Railroad cartoons. That was the thing? Bingity, bangity, boomity, bangity, boom. Marklin. I want to run my Marklin. Let's run our Marklin. And at the same time, get some really good looking narrow gauge switches. Come on, let's keep going. Ooh, good things come in small box cars. Yes, they do. Are you seeing this right now? Holy cramoly. Jim Beam. Oh, whatever they're selling, I'm buying. Woo, Jim Beam. Gotta love it. Good things come in small box cars. I hope so. Goodness gracious. This magazine's after my own heart. Let's keep moving. Love these so much. These old Alco RS3s were just so cool looking, mate. Look at this brass. What does that say? Oriental Limited? Ooh. Don't repeat that one, Timmy. That's not correct these days. Well, who cares? Look at the old number 464 and the 40 behind it. That's a great looking painting. Gosh, man. Watercolors by Jan Rons. Or is it Jan? Jan Rons. Jan Rons. Look at that. Good looking stuff here. Got a nice little crane. Bumping the boodly baddly boo. And this is the model. Bumping the boodly baddly boo. Prototype model. Prototype model. Prototype model. Oh, look at that. We've got some color photos here. Let's examine. I like when people don't overdo the weathering. You can see there's weathering done here, but it's done very sparingly. It's something that I think nowadays we all get so used to just obliterating boxcars and gondolas if we're doing modern modeling because, of course, when you're modeling modern, everything is not so clean. But look at that. I'd like to think that's the prototype photo. A little Penn Central gondola work. Something, yeah, look at that. It's got the The old school electronic reader device on the side. Did they replicate it? I don't know. They didn't. Oh well. Magazine Monday. Now, these SW1200s from CP Rail I had a conversion kit for these Athearn SW7s, but they would, Athearn called them SW7s with a cow and a calf. So you had the SW7 cow, and then they would give you a calf unit, like a slug or a B unit. But SW1200 RSs, yes, I'm correct, because I'm awesome. You could be awesome too with my 5-week course of pay attention to what you're interested in. Having a rough morning this morning. Tired as all tired. Been silly busy, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. The kids keep you moving. Look at this. That's a great looking mine. That's a great looking mine shaft. Sounds like a German talking about himself. Do you like what you see? It's mine shaft! Alright. Keep it clean, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, I hope you're all enjoying some of these pictures of August of 1983 being brought back to life. I'm loving this. You too could do the same exact thing. See, we drew it, so it must be okay. These master modelers back in the day, watch it. These master modelers back in the day, they really knew what they were doing, man. Nowadays, we're all just so used to the stink-a-poo of ready to run. But I will say, a master modeler from back in the day would look at a DCC board and be like, what do you want me to do with this? But they used to be able to make something from nothing and make it look good. Much like this coaling tower. Look at that. Wow, the prototype looks so cool. Look at that. Just bending over to put some oil on these grease bearings. So cool. You need those prototype photos in there to give you inspiration so you can create models that also inspire and create. Love this little tug of war going on right here. That's probably an ON30 model. But back in the day, in the August of 1983, I would assume that that's like a O scale, like ON3. Or ON2.5, which is pretty much an ON30, but not exactly. Because it's 30 inches. All right, look at this. Blueprints for a house. Out of the Victorian era, or as I like to call it, the Crawford Notch Depot. Crawford Notch. Sounds like a maneuver. Gave her the old Crawford Notch. She'll never forget me. Anyways, look at that. Gosh. All these historical photos just eat me up like a cupcake. Beautiful. Victorian era style architecture. Look at this. This is an RS11 trying to be a Jeep 9. It's okay, buddy. You'll never be a Jeep 9 or a Jeep 7. Or for that matter, any of that. But I'll give you credit where credit's due. Some of you are still hanging around. And this is a great picture of an awesome model of the prototype. Except there's a crease in the middle because back in the day we had magazines. And so to make the picture even fit, we had to print it on 2 different sheets. Gosh, what magic it took to create these magazines. I wouldn't even know where to begin these days. Maybe at my laser printer next to my computer. Love that kit. Love that kit. Love this. Stories, stories, stories. Cartoons. Railroad cartoons. And I think that's about it. Superpower Shay locomotives. That's right, the locomotives that don't go fast, but they don't need to, because they got it where it counts. Torque. Nothing but torque. The Shay Racing Team. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Anyways, keep it moving, because next Magazine Monday will feature the old wide-nosed Canadian National Unit. I don't know what that GF30N means on there, but I love how the CN still had the class lights. The triple class lights, the glazes. Anyways, Have a wonderful rest of your week, ladies and gentlemen. Magazine Monday, Magazine Monday, Magazine Monday. What are you reading today? And that's how you could tell it's a model.